See, prior to 1871, various tribes used to commit crime, particularly the Thuggy parties. Thuggy means committing dacoity and murdering people. So a department of Thuggy was created under General, the then Colonel Sleeman, who was made in charge. And he successfully tackled that problem. Thereafter, in 1871, the Indian Criminal Trials Act was passed and certain restrictions were placed. Particularly, the tribes were notified. People had to report to the police. Notification was done by the district magistrate and approval was of the provincial government. And certain provisions were very harsh. They couldn't move. They had to report to the police periodically and sometimes daily or weekly. Then certain provisions about punishment. First offense, say 2 years, 3 years, whatever, kept on changing. Then second offense increased. And third one 7 years, maximum 7 years. The punishment also for the first offense, then second offense, and third offense kept on increasing. And the social stigma attached to it was that they were branded as outcasts. Certain society, general society in general, particularly the upper caste people, did not like to mix with them. They were living in the far-flung areas of the village also, outside. And then there were three kinds of tribes. One, who were settled in villages, maybe anywhere, particularly the southern part of the village. Then number two, who used to come and go, frequently go, commit crime and come back. And thirdly, the wandering tribes, who had no abode. Everything was on wheels, carts or mules, and they used to move from one place to another place along with their family members. That was the position. Rehabilitation of the children below the age of 4 up to age of 16.
From 1896?
Yeah. And then it was raised to 6 years. That means the children were segregated from their parents, so that they did not pick up the bad habits of committing crime from their parents. 2, ladies were also segregated from the male members, so that they could also be taken to mainstream. 3, they were given education. So children in due course got education, English education also, and learned that the committing crime is not a good thing. Next, profession, that is occupation. They were introduced to various things, local cottage industries, or local industry where they could be supplied as labor. Then agriculture part, they were used to do the farming also. Go do the farming and come back. Whatever income earned out of that, a portion used to go to their pocket. And one more thing, their accounts were opened in the bank or the local post office, so that they were able to save something and didn't spend everything, and nothing was available later on. You see, criteria for identifying any tribe as criminal tribe, because every tribe has its own culture, own modus operandi, and ways of moving. For example, I won't name the particular tribe because it is not permissible now, but they used to move from right from say Rajasthan to UP, to eastern UP. They will travel 10 to 15 miles per day. Their belongings were on the cattle, horses, donkeys, cows, and fellows. Family members, ladies also accompanied them. I had a case in my district, SSP, Unnao, way back in 1973. Their main period of operation was around Diwali, that is October and November. They will start from there, keep on coming up to Varanasi. In my district, they camped there and committed dacoity in night, 100 meters away from the Thana, just 100 meters away from the police station. When policemen chased them, they had taken shelter near a canal, and they were expert in making mimicry, as if jackals were crying. So police thought the jackal is animal. We kept on following them. After a few days, say another 50 miles or so, they were camping near a pond. From where we got them, ladies, children and male members flew, but for 6-7 of them. Lot of medicines were recovered from them. Soaps were recovered from them because they had looted a grocery shop. They won't use those medicines, but whatever they could get, they had taken away with them. We collected them, then interrogated them. After this incident, there was another case of murdering the entire family of 5 and looting everything in the house. I went there along with my team, visited the area, and then analyzed the whole thing. There were 3-4 important points. Number 1, they had eased themselves out near the house. This was particular modus operandi with a peculiar tribe, that they will first ship and then enter the house. Number 2, they will kill the people. Thereafter, they will eat the food there, whatever available. All these 3 things were there. So I was taught during my training in Mount Abu in 1964 the peculiar modus operandi of each and every community and country, particularly in this part of India. I could correlate that this could be the work of that particular tribe. We went on searching. Ultimately, we got them. And I personally interrogated some of them. They were sent to jail. And they won't speak anything. They won't reveal anything. Their ladies also ran away along with the animal because they had taken them for grazing, and from there they didn't return. We were not very strict with the ladies and children. This kind of thing was there. Another aspect, marriage will not take place unless the male boy commits a number of murders and depravities. That was the precondition for marriage of any boy. This is something in us, but that used to be there.